Hey guys, Dr. Mark here from the Oman Chiropractic Center. You know what? Just doing a check-in, figuring out how you guys are doing. Day 4 of this COVID-19 isolation or social distancing process, and I don't know how you guys are doing, but it's kind of spooky. It's kind of weird. It's been a challenge, to be honest with you. I'm at home alone, so Jay's off traveling. I'm home alone, except for my two pooches here laying at my feet, and it's been a little out of sorts, you know. Not my normal routines are interrupted. I don't really quite know how to approach the day, so it's been a challenge. One of the things I know for sure is we can get drawn into the drama of this, and I know it's serious, and I know there's things that we need to be concerned with, but we also don't need to be taken over by this thing, and we don't need to be underneath it and crushed by it. So one of the things I quickly realized is, for the first time ever, my phone ran out of battery power 2 days in a row. And that probably means that I've been on my phone too much. So when I looked at my usage, I was actually 9 hours of time usage, which is like, I wouldn't have that in 3 weeks. So it's so slippery, I didn't even know it was happening, but here I am plugged in, I'm engaged, I'm trying to figure out when the next announcement's going to be, and there's a built-in anxiety around it. One of the things that I've noticed is a lot of my routines and my rhythms have actually gone south. And a lot of those rhythms and routines are actually what keeps me on an even keel and keeps me healthy. So I thought I'd just share some of the things that I used to do, and some of the things over the last 48 hours that I'm back to doing. One is roll out of bed at my normal time. Just get out of bed, set your alarm, get out of bed, and be ready for the day, ready to start the day. It's amazingly powerful when you just stick to those routines. One of the things I do in the mornings is, when I roll out of bed, I find my way into my study with a tea. I grab one of my favorite books that I'm reading, and I just start to read and fill myself up with some good information. I also take a piece of paper out and make some notes on it. One of those notes is, what are the couple things today that I really, really want to achieve? What are some really important things? Who can I reach out to? And top 5 to 10 things I'm grateful for. It's really hard to be anxious while you're being grateful. And so the antidote to anxiety or anxiousness is actually gratitude. So boy, if we can start focusing on what we're grateful for in this, it automatically starts to curtail some of the anxiety that we're feeling. Another thing that I found I've got away from but I'm back to is drinking water. Just making sure I'm drinking water regularly and starting to turn off the caffeine. Boy, you slip into teas and coffee so easily when you've got the time. So back to water and decreasing caffeine, which we all know, if you're gonna hydrate yourself, it's going to be better for your body. Your body's going to function better and be able to stay healthy better. Another thing that I noticed was my exercise routines were a little off. I can't go to the gym like I would normally do, and so I moved some furniture out of the way in the living room, got my foam roller out, started rolling, specifically into my mid back, and started loosening up some of the tight areas from sitting too much and being stressed too much and just having the weight of the world on me. And so all of a sudden that's improving. A real simple set of floor exercises, some squats, some lunges, some planking, some sit-ups, some just back extensions, just some general movements just to encourage blood flow, get my body moving. I'm lucky. I have my 2 dogs at home, and so they sit at my feet until I finally say yes to a walk, and out we go. So I've been hiking around town, which has been really cool. Instead of driving around town, I'm walking. I've seen things in this town that I didn't even know existed while I was driving. But I get a chance to see when the pace slows down. I'm really praying that this whole process is going to be helpful in one big way, and that's to make the important things the important things. And so sometimes when we're just chugging along and just doing what we do and we're busy being busy, we kind of forget some of those simple things. My daughter was trying to get home from Vietnam, which was a huge challenge. Flew into Tokyo and finally got back into Ottawa a couple nights ago, so I'm super thrilled and blessed by that. The cool thing was, we're sitting there on our cell phones, which I just said was bad, and we're 3-way FaceTiming my daughter in England, my daughter who's finally home, and myself, and we're just having a great conversation, lots of smiles and laughter, and just so encouraging for your heart. One of the things I got to do this morning was call my mom and just check in on my mom and dad. They're doing super well. The neighborhood's banding together. But boy, it was just an opportunity to kind of rub elbows and swap stories and let people know we really care. Again, I think when we're busy serving others and thinking of others, it really, really, really is the antidote to anxiety. So being intentional, sticking to your routines, trying to develop some rhythms in this process. I don't know how long this is going to go on for, but I know there's been some good fruit out of this already. So I'm praying that you find peace. I'm praying that you can use some of these tips, and you know them. It's just sometimes a reminder is so helpful. So praying for you guys. I'm praying that this whole situation resolves quickly and we can get on to whatever the new thing is going to be. And so again, I encourage you, just focus on your health, focus on gratitude, and focus on others. Boy, you're going to see massive changes in just the stress levels that you carry. Talk soon, guys.